In this video, I want to show you today how my agency, Merged Media, turned a hidden gem in Turks and Caicos into a wellness destination that is thriving. And I'm excited to dive into this case study with you today. If you own any sort of a business, a travel business, a resort, or any sort of business that takes reservations, this is definitely going to be a must watch for you, as I'm going to dive into some of the strategies and tactics that we used to make this campaign a success. Let's dive in. So first of all, Kokomo Botanical Resort is a resort that's located in Turks and Caicos. And if you're not familiar with Turks and Caicos the island itself is a hidden gem in the Caribbean. Providenciales has like a population of maybe like 20,000 people. And that's like the capital of Turks and Caicos and where all of the major hubs are, where all the beaches are. And Grace Bay Beach was ranked the #2 beach in the world on TripAdvisor. So it just goes to show you how great this place is. Think of white sands, turquoise waters, and then you have Kokomo Botanical Resort, which is there are 38 cottages that are nestled into the middle of a botanical garden. Now, the beautiful thing about Kokomo is it's accessible because it's not right on the water. It's not right on the beach, because if you're staying on the beach, you're obviously going to be paying a premium to stay on the beach. Yet Kokomo Botanical Resort is only a 3-minute shuttle ride from Grace Bay Beach. And on Grace Bay Beach, they have their own beach club, which is very private. You're not battling for lawn chairs and all that sort of stuff. You have your private spot. They have a restaurant on site as well, We Market Cafe, which is fantastic. And again, it's not huge. There's only 38 cottages at Kokomo Botanical Resort. So when they approached us, they were struggling with a previous agency that was basically taking their money month in, month out, doing some social media posting, but wasn't really doing much in terms of generating any revenue for the resort. So that's where Merged Media came in. We came in and we started small. We started taking over some of the search engine optimization for certain keywords they wanted to be found for, doing the Google advertising, along with some social media posting and paid. That quickly evolved to a relationship where I became their chief marketing officer, a fractional chief marketing officer for the resort. So our duties don't stop and end at just the digital side of things. So I've been doing a lot of outreach, a lot of PR, reaching out to some big resources, magazines, Nat Geo, Outlook, Canadian Real Estate Wealth Magazine, another one. So there's lots of these different sources that were helping us on so many different levels, from giving additional exposure to the resort, but also getting a lot of those SEO backlinks, which help increase the authority of the website for Google. Now, when we went in there, we redid their entire website, and their entire website was done from scratch. There were a lot of pages that the website was missing for certain terms and keywords they wanted to be found for, right? Such as, corporate retreat, wellness retreat, family getaways, all these type of keywords they wanted to be found for. And now they're getting a lot more traffic than they did when we started working with them back in 2022. So now if you look at Kokomo, we did a lot of creative work with them. We sent down our video team to record some footage. We have a photographer that's fantastic, that's on the site in Turks and Caicos, capturing a lot of content for us, which is great because we can give the direction to that photographer based on what we see working on the ad. So if we see a particular campaign or advertisement working really well, we're able to get similar content created very quickly at Kokomo, which is a great advantage, having a videographer that's embedded with the agency, is being able to have that sort of creative direction that we can give them on a regular basis. Now, they have a spa on site as well, which really aligns well with what we wanted to do in 2025. Okay, so what we did do is we actually helped them in achieving the Wellness Retreat of the Year for the Caribbean. It was an award given by Caribbean Journal Magazine, which is a very popular publication in the Caribbean. So by getting this award, we can now piggyback on that and convert or sort of rebrand Kokomo into a wellness retreat, as opposed to just a family getaway or just any sort of random getaway, because this was the opportunity for us, because we need to separate Kokomo from the rest of the competition in Turks and Caicos. And there's a lot of competition, especially when you're competing with people that have beachfront properties. Well, what makes Kokomo different? Well, Kokomo, again, is 38 cottages nestled into a botanical garden with a yoga pavilion, a saltwater plunge pool, a hot plunge. It's got a wellness restaurant there with great smoothies. It really aligned really well with that wellness initiative, which made it a no-brainer to go all in on the wellness. And it really is that wellness retreat. And we helped kind of carve that narrative for the resort to become this wellness retreat. And it has been a fun ride working with Kokomo Botanical Resort in doing this transformation. Now, going over the actual case study itself. Now, our goal of the campaign really was to drive traffic and drive more heads and beds, okay, more people that are booking the resort and staying at the resort. Now, we're also using platforms like TripAdvisor and Expedia to help increase bookings, but we found they were not performing as well as some of the paid initiatives that we're doing on Google and on Meta. You see here, like some of the Google and Meta ad campaigns we're running. There's so many different ones that we're running for heads and beds. We're running, we have promos that are happening all the time. Room and ride, where you get a free car rental when you stay at the resort, when you opt in through this specific campaign. We'll have a lot of blogs that go out on a regular basis as part of the SEO, and we're giving more traffic to those blogs through our paid ads because they're actually really good articles about Turks and Caicos that we're creating. It's not just pumping the resort, but it's pumping the island of Turks and Caicos. And our goal is to drive people and awareness to Turks and Caicos, thus driving more heads and beds at Kokomo Botanical Resort. Now, there's also an investor opportunity at Kokomo as well, where people can actually buy cottages. And we've generated, we're getting close to 7,000 leads, real estate leads for the resort. Now, not all those leads are going to convert because it's a very high ticket item because it's real estate. But the point is this: every single one of those 7,000 is on a newsletter that's going out on a regular basis that keeps Kokomo top of mind. And even if those 7,000 people are not ready to pay the bill for purchasing real estate, at least we're getting in their head, putting the bug in their ear to putting Kokomo on the map as a potential place for them to stay. Now, some of the ideas that we rolled with was giving exposure to the simple fact that they are the wellness resort of the year. It gives instant credibility. Any sort of credential a business can get, any sort of award, whether it's Reader's Choice or whatever it is, it's a great opportunity just to increase that initial credibility, especially with a cold audience. Now, another way to increase that credibility with a cold audience is using lead magnets. For example, your 7-day guide to paradise. This was a lead magnet we created that helped the user visualize what a week would be like staying at Kokomo Resort in Turks and Caicos. So it really, we're still getting leads to this day. This is an evergreen campaign, meaning the campaign has been running for years and generating leads at sub $3, which is pretty awesome to get a lead under $3 that's going directly on an email list that we're going to stay top of mind with, hopefully for years to come. Now, in addition to that, doing the fractional CMO work, it doesn't just begin and end at the paid ads. It extends past that, and we start doing influencer outreach, right? Reaching out to influencers, getting influencers coming to the resort, creating more content for Kokomo, which is awesome because, again, some of the content that we've gotten from our influencers, we are still running to this day. And it may have been 2 years ago where they were at the resort, but the content is so good. Right? So we have a restaurant again at the resort. We're running an evergreen ad from one of the celebrity chefs that I sent to the resort, created some fantastic content. And this is targeting people that are on the island of Turks and Caicos in the city of Providenciales. So it's really great to take that opportunity to try an influencer campaign just to get that content. Don't look for the direct ROI a lot of times with the influencers because it's not going to come immediately. But over time, there are opportunities. We've sent Chef Devin down there. We also sent Frankie Flowers. If you're familiar in the Greater Toronto area, Frankie Flowers, it's the weatherman for it's a TV show in the morning here in Toronto. We sent him down to Kokomo as well to create some content for us. Also, numerous different celebrities that were on shows like Too Hot to Handle and things like that. People will have 1 million plus followers. And the beauty thing about it is they are more than happy to go down there in exchange for that content. So we're giving them a free trip. They give us the content. Everybody's happy, and it worked out to be a success in the past. So we're going to continue to roll ahead with that in 2025. So through that, year over year, the first year after working together, 25% increase in resort occupancy. That's heads and beds, which is quite phenomenal, right? A lot of that stems from just the awareness that people don't know this hidden gem. Hence why we're turning a hidden gem into an actual wellness retreat or wellness destination that's on the map for a lot of people. Think about all those ads we've run through the years. These are great audiences that we can now continuously retarget with any sort of initiative we want to launch or roll out. Okay, which is pretty awesome. We've created our own ecosystem of users, right, through our pixel on Meta, and also through our email marketing. So I hope you enjoyed this case study with Kokomo Botanical Resort. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, see you soon.